Negatives. English grades 3 and 4. Hello, 3rd and 4th grade. Welcome to English class. This next lesson it's a fun one. It's a great one, and it's something that's super valuable for you to learn, both in the way that you speak and the way that you write. So you are going to be using your book. You need to open up your book to page 242, and you need a piece of paper and a pencil. Let's get started. What's wrong with this riddle, and how can you fix it? So let's look at the riddle. Question: why didn't the tree travel anywhere? Answer: it couldn't never carry its trunk. Get it? All right, because a trunk is usually like a big suitcase, because a tree can't travel its own trunk. It can't bring its suitcase or its trunk with him. So that's why a tree is always there. Isn't that a good one? Anyway, all right, so the question is, why didn't the tree travel anywhere? Answer: it couldn't never carry its trunk. Okay, what's wrong with this? It says it couldn't never. It should be it couldn't ever or could never carry its trunk, okay? The problem is we have two negatives together, never and not, and that is not the way you're supposed to speak, or write for that matter. Sometimes when you write sentences, you use the word no or words that mean no. A word that makes a sentence mean no is called a negative. So like example, no one picked the beans. I didn't water the garden. Do you see like the trend? There's like no or not, right? The contraction for not is there. Never use two negatives together in a sentence. It's kind of like two positives. It's like you can't have two negatives there because then that makes it a positive. So don't put two negatives close together. Incorrect. There weren't no trees. See how not is there and no is there? You can't have them together. Now a correct way to write that would be there weren't any trees. Because there aren't, so there's the negative, there's the positive. It works. Here's another one. There were no trees. Okay? Two negatives, no. One negative, that's fine. Let's look at more examples here. I won't never rake leaves. Won't and never are both negatives. I won't ever rake leaves. Or I will never rake leaves. So again, if you see a negative, you got to have a positive. It's got to be a negative and a positive, right? Won't, ever, negative, positive. Will, never, positive, negative. Won't, never, negative, negative. Incorrect. So let's take a look at the try it out problems. Your assignment is to do page 242 to 243, 1 through 13, and then 14 through 20 is in cursive. I'm going to walk you through the first 5. So our challenge is which word in parentheses is correct. So as you can see, you do not have to write out the sentence. We're just going to pick the word. So we look at number 1. John can't go nowhere or can't go anywhere until he has finished raking. Well, I look at the sentence and I see the word can't. Can't is a negative because it has the word not in the contraction. So because there's already a negative there, I'm not going to go with nowhere because that would be a double negative, right? That'd be 2. So I'm going to pick the word anywhere. See? John can't go anywhere. All right, number 2. He never likes anything or nothing about yard work. I look, number 2 has a negative. It has never. So I'm going to have a positive after that. So my answer would be anything. Number 3, no one never ever has time to help him. Well, no is a negative. So I'm going to pick the positive, which would be ever. Okay? Number 4, luckily there are or aren't no leaves left on the trees. Ooh, that's a tricky one. Because if you just look in the beginning of the sentence, there is a negative, so I would be like, okay, what if I pick aren't? Luckily there aren't no, that word no is a negative, so I have to have a positive before that. So I would pick the word are. Number 5, there won't be no more leaves or there won't be any more leaves. Won't is a negative, so I need a positive. So I would pick the word any. Do you get the idea? So if you see that there's already a negative there, don't do it. Don't pick another negative, pick the positive, the one that does not mean no. But if you don't see any negative, you can pick one as long as you don't have two negatives together. Okay? Let me know if you have any questions, but I think you're going to do very well on this. Now, as you can see, for number 6 through 13, it just says write the correct word. So that's similar to what we did just here. Now, numbers 14 through 20, I would like you to write that out, highlight, underline, or circle the 7 corrections that you make, and please write that in cursive. I look forward to seeing your work.